So we talked about Asha Sharma last week because that is one of the examples I think is like doing really well, where it's like bringing back the brand and like the reason why people fell in love with it in the first
Right.
place, right? And like really defaulting to like listening to gamers and like what they want, lowering prices when like everyone else is raising them, right? Especially in AI. So I think it's like really smart that she is taking to Twitter. And it's not even just Twitter because it's like her Twitter is getting her more press hits because she's being so like open and honest about it and kind of people taking people along in the journey. And it really seems as if she's working to get people on her side and it's actually being successful. And I think that that's a similar thing that Sam is trying to do. And I think you're right. I had forgotten about the trial that's happening right now with Elon Musk, and he's coming across as very combative, where he's trying to get smart with lawyers and judges and stuff. And like that's not going to play across well, like in the court of public, right? Where it's like it seems as if Sam is getting more people on his side by being more human, but doing it on the same week that they're also announcing that, hey, yeah, we're giving your data to advertisers, and like what pissed people off in the first place back in February for the Super Bowl. A couple lessons here is this is when like your CEO, your like subject matter experts should be going direct, should be going on Twitter and trying to tweet out the strategy, your thinking behind it, and really trying to couch it in terms that like your customers actually care about and not just making it about what you're doing. I think that's the missing piece there. Like what's been so successful about Asha Sharma at Xbox is that like she's doing all these things that will get people on her side, and then using that as a way to say like, hey, we're changing things here. Everything's going to be in flux, including our Q1 earnings. And frankly, she just started, so how much can you really expect? But she's using those as like not excuses, but like reasons for why things aren't where you would expect them to be. And I think that's the right way to treat your audience, is like getting them on your side and letting them be the champion, because it's not just, oh, I'm announcing that I'm doing this, but it's like your audience is going to bat for you. They're the ones talking about the great things that you're doing and advocating on your behalf to bring other people along the journey with them. Super smart way to do it. But you can't do both at the same time when you're trying to do like the being authentic, but then also falling back on the things that make people angry, which here with OpenAI is selling all our data to like advertisers. But I assume maybe they're assuming that people aren't going to be paying attention to both, but it might come to bite them in the ass at some point.
Um, I think the most important lesson too is just to be able to really really be able to put down a playbook for understanding how to communicate to other people, because like yes, there's like even lessons from the Xbox CEO, from Sam, what they're putting out there, how they're going around engaging in social may not work best for you, right? And it's something you got to kind of keep in mind. Is this going to line up with the tone of what we're putting out there, right? Like as we've kind of started digging into it, it's making sense in the cultural context of, there's other CEOs that are doing something about this, right? There's, like there's a little bit of the competition, right? A chance for Sam to step up. But is this friendly, happy-go-lucky cringe going to match up with what they're actually doing when there's a little bit of uneasiness with selling ad data, right? When the conversation about AI is still confusing, right? And as more of these kind of come to light and as more people research, it's a double-edged sword. So you have to really
Mhm.
consider, putting your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, I mean, the double-edged sword of like, if you're taking people along in the journey, you can't then be hiding things from them, right? Because then
Right.
it's like, well, you're honest about these other things. Why would you then hide this? So totally agree.